So I want to show you how you can earn more without working more by showing you some plain numbers, because at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. So I want to just paint this picture and really show you why it's so important and why I focus on helping people on increasing their closing rate. So let's kind of just paint a little scenario for us, okay? So let's say you are working 40 hours a week. Okay. And let's say you're taking 10 sales calls a day. That's a lot. Okay. I know that. Just bear with me. These are just arbitrary numbers, but it's going to really easily show you what I'm talking about. And let's say you are a coach or a consultant, and in that industry, cold closing rate on average is about 10 to 20%. So let's go with 20%. Okay, 20%. So basically 10 calls, you're closing 2 out of 10 every day. Now let's say you're selling a product for $3,000. Again, not anything specific. It's an arbitrary number, but for the sake of this example, just play along with me. So, if you're closing 2 out of 10 calls, that means you're making about $6,000, right? 3,000 times 2, $6K. Now, see where the beauty of increasing your closing rate comes in. So if you increase your closing rate even just by 10%, okay, which is super easy, super doable, in a snap of a finger, if you just followed some kind of strategies, you're adding another 3K to your revenue, just like that, right? Because you're closing 3 out of 10, and that's going to be times 3K. That's going to be 9K, right? So you just added $3,000. Now, most of my clients who follow my closing strategies and kind of my sales process, if you're a coach or a consultant or some sort of service entrepreneur or provider, my clients are usually getting over 60% plus consistently. So let's just say at the bare minimum of 60%, 6 out of 10 calls you're closing, that is going to be 18K. Do you see how just by focusing on this really changes the game? You're not spending more time. You're not, talking to even more people to be able to get that. Because let's say your goal was to make 18K, but you were still at that bracket of 20% closing rate. To do that, you would have to talk to so many more people, right? Like you would have to talk to, I think like 3 times, like 30 calls a day to get to, if my math is right, and I'm pretty sure my math is right, you would have to be talking to 30 people, like 30 calls in order to get that. Vice versa, if you just, which is impossible, right? 30 calls in a day is impossible for anybody. But if you just increase your closing rate by 40%, 30%, you are not spending more time. It's still within that. And actually, if you even increase your closing rate to even more higher and on a consistent basis, you can probably bring this down and work less. You don't have to work 40 hours a week. You can probably work less and still hit the numbers, have a really great living. So I really wanted to just showcase this because I don't think people really understand the numbers at the end of the day of if you worked on this skill set, which is the most important skill set at the end of the day for your business. Because if you're not making sales, you don't really have a business. You're not really growing. You're not really doing anything, right? So sales at the end of the day is so important. It is your lifeline. So why wouldn't you focus on that? So hopefully that kind of knocked a little sense into you guys today of really changing up your strategy or whatever it is to focus on your closing rate. Now, if you want help with this, head over to my website, thebusycoach.com. You can check out Soul Rich Sales Bootcamp, which is exactly what we do there. I give you step-by-step strategies with me. I handhold you through all of it to increase your closing rate quickly and efficiently and ethically. I don't teach you any pushy, sleazy sales tactics here. It's all about leading with empathy and curiosity. So hopefully that kind of gets you to start thinking. If you're already kind of interested, comment below. Comment close or DM me close. And I'll send you even more details about the program. All right? So hopefully that helps you guys out on how to earn more, impact more without working more. Peace.